Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm going to talk about a journey of point and shoot cameras that I've had in my life. I'm going to start off with two. Uh, One belongs to my parents, which when they died, I got a hold of. And then one, they're the same camera, Panasonic, point and shoot, not film. So I thought I'd try it out. I bought one for my parents and then I bought myself one. Okay. Circuit City was going out of business and they had a sale on these. So I grabbed them. And if I do a close up, I have to use the right button this time. There you have it. But I'm going to show you just one. Okay. I'm charging the other battery on the other one. But as you can see, it has a mic. The only ports it has is, I think that's a controller. That is the USB-C, and that's for transferring files. Or not the USB-C micro, because I think that's for charging, and that's for transferring files. It's one of the older ones. I just put the battery in the charger and then deal with it there. But on the dial settings, you got your auto, your camera, your scene, 1, 2, movie, and then if you want to do some notes or anything like that. Basically, it has a zoom, wide to tight. I don't know what e-zoom is, but I can take a look at that real quick. Just to go around, 10x optical zoom, Panasonic Lumix. It has a Leica lens on there. It's 28 millimeter wide, optically image stabilized. And if we look at the settings, it's the El Vario. Yeah, Elmar. And it's 3.3 to 4.9 or 4.7. I don't know. I can't understand that. But anyway, if we turn it on, okay, it says please set clock. I'm not going to deal with that because I charged the battery. But you got 992 shots. If I go here, all right, there you have the first, no, let's go this way. Now, how do I, yeah, they don't have that. I think, yeah. Okay. So, this is what it looks like when I zoomed it at full capacity. But, no, that's full capacity, but you can't read the writing and it's not legible. So that's at 50%. That's not, that's a different picture. There it is. And that's one of the monitor. And the Snoopy's right there. Okay. So for a digital camera at that time, it was okay. I have like 7 pictures on here, some that I haven't taken off yet. So that was back in April 7th. And then there's me and my wife. We went to a photo booth and got these pictures taken. This is when she was working at at Cornerstone Church. So anyway, let's test the zoom out. So if I go here, all right. So hitting the zoom, what happens is the pictures automatically zoom out. And if you do it again, it goes further, all the way to 67.5%. And then it's down to 1x. So it's a neat little feature as you zoom out or zoom into something. Unless you're far away, it's not worth it because everything, you really can't tell what the object is. So this was my first digital camera. Battery, small battery. SD card is 4 gigabytes. And the way I can tell which one is mine, because if I do this battery or this SD card, 8 gigabytes. This is mine. Okay. I was always the higher tech. Yes, it's a micro SD card, but it works. And I'm charging the battery now. It doesn't take long to charge the battery. Not more than 2 hours, but within 30 minutes, it can be fully charged. So this is my parents' camera. And I'll zoom out here, get you a better view. And this was mine. So as you know, on this channel, I like trying a lot of stuff. So the next digital camera that I got, which I thought was a major upgrade, was the Sony line. And this, I just bought the A6100, but I wanted to bring a portable camera on vacations. So here's the Sony RX100 Mark V. Okay. All right. I'm trying to figure out why that's not center. Okay. I guess it is center. I guess it's right where the camera is. I just have to get used to it. But I should mark an X on here. And it is, okay, now it's better. Okay. So basically, it's an 1.8 to 2.8. It's an 8 by 8 by 25 by 7. It's a Zeiss lens on this one. You can see the PASM, the settings, auto, scenery, movie, or I think that's panoramic. They have a lot more features. It's 4K. It can go up to 4K 30, but only for about 5 minutes before it overheats. Okay. So it does HD video very good. It does have an internal finder, which turns it on. The only problem is the difference between this version and let's say the version 7 is you have to pop it in, but it still stays on. Okay. Version 7 turns off the camera. And the nice feature about this is, yeah, tilty up. Okay. It has no hot shoe. It does have internal mic. Okay. Good enough as you really can't see me, but it works very well. Okay. Tilty screen. Still a great camera. They're not making it anymore. But if you go into play, and let me do this. make it a lot better. Now you can see the screen a little bit better, okay? And I can zoom it a little bit. Moving down here. All right. So you see, today's date, 5:12 p.m. my time. And if I go to the next picture, I zoomed. And you see how clear it is? So if I think, what is it? If I go like this, yeah, you see, I can zoom just about a little bit in. This is the bottom part. That's the top part of, yeah, his head. I want to go to the writing. So, well, I messed up right there. Okay. And let's see. Nope, can't do it that way. Have to do it this way. But you zoom with the lever. And then, of course, I messed up on the, yeah. But you see, it's legible. Okay. So that's improvement with this camera. Excellent. Still good. It was at 2.8, all the way zoomed out. And then you can just turn it off this way. And how do you like the small rig grip on here? So I got this camera, all right? So that makes, I had two originally, and then I started getting into more into video. So I went with the ZV-1 and stuff like that. But then it overheated and it had a record time limit. So it wasn't as good as, well, the video part was better than on the RX 100 Mark V, but it's not what I needed. So in the process, I upgraded to, and I'm staying on the 1-inch sensor on these ones for this video, is the ZV-1 Mark II. And here's the small rig cage on it, okay? This is still a 1-inch sensor, but what I like about it is you open it up, and then it's automatically on, and then you can press play, same thing, okay? There's a wider picture, monitor, my small monitor, everything fits in there. So ZV-1 II is wider than the RX 100 Mark V, okay? But on the zoom range, it's not that good. It's not as far. But as you can see, I can zoom in also on here. Ah, messed up, sorry. You can read that. All right, and that's with Snoopy, 1958, copyrighted. And you see it shuts down. Very good camera. Yeah, I only took 2 pictures. But it's great for video. So there's no record time limit. And many times I've used this for traveling. And if you watch the zoom from 18 millimeters all the way to 50, and then you go beyond, but then it's not as clear, okay? So if you go at all the way to 100% at 50 millimeters, it's pretty good. This is an excellent camera, okay? If you want to go on a trip, this is what you take. And then, of course, you just close the screen, and it turns off the camera. So this is basically my go-to camera now. I still use the RX 100 Mark VII, but if you look at it This is like the 1.8, but then it goes to 4, okay? And it's a 6.9 times 1 or 17.6, and I think that's a 2.7 times whatever, but these are 1-inch sensors, all right? So, the last 2 1-inch sensors that I bought for point and shoot, because I bought some APS-C and full frame, that's the next video, is the RX100 Mark 7. Okay, this is the top of the line. It's now $1,700. It's rare to get, so you have to, I bought this used from Best Buy from San Diego, and they shipped it to me. But you turn it on, and you know they have a flash, which I still like, okay, or a viewfinder, okay. But you can push down on here, and it shuts everything down. That's what I like about it. But you can also do this. Just press play, and it's ready to go. And if I press play, you can see how wide it is, but it's not as wide as the ZV-1 Mark II. So I got this after the ZV-1 Mark II because of the zoom capabilities. All the way out, and you'll notice it's not very sharp. Yeah. What was it? Anyway. I'll just bring it down and see if it, yeah, see? It's not sharp at all. If I move back a little bit, see, and that's with it zoom all the way out. It's not very good. If I go here and zoom in the picture, I think it's underneath the screen. Yeah. So you see, it's a little bit sharper, just keeping it wide open. And then you just zoom in. But the ZV-1 Mark II with the 18-50 is much wider and much better for close-ups. So for farther shots and stuff, this is pretty clear. And as you can see, I can turn that off, the video, and I'll make it a little bit wider screen. And you can see how far it zooms. And it's at 4.5 at 200 millimeters. And then all the way back down, it goes all the way from 24 millimeters. All right, so it's a 24 to 200. And it's at f2.8 to 4.5. So you can see the difference in the distance, but this is the ultimate one, okay? Great camera. I've used it quite a bit. And for a 1-inch sensor, it's good. Now, another 1-inch sensor. And I just want to make sure. It doesn't look like it, but it is 1-inch sensor. This is the Minolta, all right? I thought I'd try it out because they were saying, oh, it's a 44 megapixel camera and stuff like that. No, it's not, but just to show you how cheap this is, it's loading up. And the menus are different, but if you want to press play, you can see how slow it is. So I'm going to take you to some of the pictures. And it's decent. It's okay. But if I go to the left, there's the monitor, okay? And you see it's more of a 35 millimeter right off the bat. And then when you zoom in, All right, let's see, what is it? Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't get any more. So if I zoom in on here, I can. So this is all the way wide. I'm going to go down here. I probably didn't get the Snoopy in the whole picture. Yeah, I did. But even then, if you try to zoom, you really can't read it. Okay. But it's a different perspective. Very cheap camera. All right. Plastic all around. You can't move the LCD screen, but it is wide. And there's no viewfinder like it was on the RX 100s. But on the regular point and shoots, they really didn't have a viewfinder, okay, or an EVF. I should call it a optical viewfinder. But anyway, you turn it off, and it just slowed the start on. But it's an okay camera, okay? It can take pictures. I got a UD filter on it. And the last 1-inch sensor that I'm going to show you before I go to the APS-C and the part 2 is the latest Fujifilm X-F. You turn it on, lever comes out. It can take pictures. It can take 1-minute videos, not the best, but still entertaining, okay? And you just press play. Yeah, okay. So here's the monitor, okay? Now, I can't crop in with this camera. I mean, well, yeah, you can. You do it twice, and that's the monitor. And if I bring in the Snoopy, yeah, I can't make it. It's already large, okay? I mean, I can, shows me where it is. Yeah, that's it. All right. So I hit play again. Now, so I did a black and white, okay? And this is interesting. Still, the picture's quality is excellent. But really, you can't read the writing on here also, okay? It's a lot sharper than most other cameras, you know, at this, but this is a 35 millimeter also. But what it can do, what these other two cameras can't, is basically do 2 in 1. And if you look at the black and white, there's the picture in front or on top of the monitor. There's a monitor. Here's Snoopy. So it gives you a 3x4. 2 3x4s equals what? 6x8. But you see, even then, it looked good. Yeah. So I can't crop it because it's double. So this is a neat camera. I'm enjoying it. I like the experience and fun. And if you turn it off, just close that and then this. So, camera there. My 7 and 5. And what I'm going to do is spread it out a little bit more so I can get everything in there. Okay. And I'm going by the order that I bought the stuff with. Okay. Latest. Yeah, I think I bought this after this 7. Okay. It's either that or I bought the 7 after this because I wanted to try it out. They said at 45 megapixel, look how sharp. Nah, that's probably a 16 megapixel, but you can zoom like a 50. All right. And of course, the last 2 is the Panasonic. And they're called the DMC TZ5s. Okay. So you can see all of these cameras are excellent for travel. They'll take the basic pictures, not sports or wildlife or anything like that. But for vacation sites, family, and then when you want to do capture video, ZV-1 Mark II, the RX100 Mark VII is the best for the long range. But for video, the ZV-1 Mark II. This has no time limit also on the video. So this is all in one. It has a farther range, but this has better low light performance. And of course, I have a lot of fun with this 35 millimeter equivalent. And so if I had to take 3 cameras, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then if I have to take a 4th, then it'd be these 4. But I'm not using these much at all. But I do keep the batteries charged. Still take them out and try them out. But the RX100s, ZV-1 Mark II, and the Fuji XF are the ones I would take on vacation. I don't want to carry anything heavy where it, how can you say it? You have to do multiple lenses, more batteries, stuff like that. So let me put it down like this, get all of them in there. But that's my pick, all right? You pick what you like, enjoy what you do, try to get the most out of it. And when you don't like it, you either sell them or keep them. And what I like doing is selling them at a lower price or give them away to relatives and stuff so I can get them interested into photography or video or something. For kids, I would give them a camera like this. That way, if they break it, it's not expensive. This is a little bit more expensive. These are cheap now, but at the time when you bought them, they were expensive. But if you look at it, cheapest, this might be cheaper than that now, but these are better than that. But this has some more features, okay, on the Minolta compared to the Panasonics. But on the Sonys, I'll classes these 3. There's some caveats to the ZV-1 Mark II, but, you know, with these 2, they kind of match this one, except for on the video, on the wide 18, because these are 24s, okay? I think this is a 24 also. Let me make sure. Yeah, 24 millimeter. But it's only 24 to 70. Okay? So, 24 to 20 on a Mark V, 24 to 200 on a Mark VII. Mark V is limited on video recording. Mark VII isn't. ZV-1 Mark II is 18 to 50, so it's wider. But no record limit. It kind of matches Mark V in low light. And then, of course, the fun camera. You can do a lot of things with that. So, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.